السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. آمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين، صلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, today inshallah we continue from where we left off, and we had mentioned chapter 2, and that chapter 2 has several meanings. The first one is at-takthir. At-takthir. And at-takthir is multiplicity. And multiplicity means that you show increase. Either in the that you show multiplicity either in the act itself, or the doer, or the receiver, And insha'Allah ta'ala, we hope that that explanation, which took all of the time of the class, was clear insha'Allah ta'ala after a number of confusions. Today insha'Allah we take another meaning. So we're still in chapter, we are still in chapter 2, which is فعل يفعل تفعيلا. Yes. Naam. So you have to remember, yes, that the chapters are named after what? After their masdar. Very good. The chapters are named after their masdar. Okay? You have to always remember that. طيب. The second meaning for which this chapter is used, the second meaning is the same first meaning that was used for chapter 1. What's the first meaning we have used for chapter 1? At-Taahiriyy. At-Taahiriyy. At-Taahiriyy, what does it mean? Not making. Let's not say it that way. Say it how we taught you. How did we teach you? No, we haven't said that as well. Yes, it is crossing over, but there's a certain way of saying it. What do we do with the meaning of making? Giving it the meaning of making. Giving it the meaning of making. Or including the verb, the meaning of making. Yes, there we go. Okay? So now we have two things. we have two things that, we have two chapters. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. We have two chapters which are used to include the verb, the meaning of making. What are they? Chapter 1 and chapter 2. Got it? Therefore, crossing over a verb, is done by two ways which we have taken so far. The first one is to bring it on the scale of af'ala, and the second one is to bring it on the scale of fa'ala. Okay? So for example, you say, just as we have said in the previous classes when we spoke about the ta'diyah. Okay, let's observe what happens. For example, if we say fariha, fariha Allahu. That means what? What does it mean, fariha Allahu? No, that is ضحك Allahu. But fariha, yes, Allah was happy. واضح? And if we say, for example, حذر المؤمن, حذر, what does that mean? حذر المؤمن, يعني the believer did what? The believer was cautious. واضح؟ And if we say وصل القطار, وصل القطار, نعم, the train arrived. The train arrived. And if we say يبس الخبز, or يبس, for example, يبس يبس الزرع, for example. يبس الزرع. What does that mean? The plant turned dry. Are you with me? And if we say طال الأمر, طال الأمر, أو طال الصبر, طال الصبر. What does طال الصبر mean? Longed for patience? Yes, the patience was long. أحسنتي. And if we say تم الكتاب, تم الكتاب. Yes, أحسنتي, the book was completed. And if we say سمع, عفوا, سمع خالد. سمع خالد. What does that mean? Khalid heard. Heard. Listened is استمع. واضح? يبس الزرع means the plant turned dry. Okay? Okay, now فرح is of which chapter? فرح is of which chapter? Huh? Only two are answering and the rest? Chapter 4 and 5. What did we tell you about the verb فعل? The verb which is on the scale of فعل. We gave you a principle. أحسنتي يا أنيسة. بارك الله فيك. By default, its مضارع is on the scale of يفعل. By default. No. By default, what can I say? By default, the مضارع is on the scale of يفعل. فرح يفرح. Okay, what about حذر? حذر المؤمن. حذر المؤمن يعني the believer was cautious. Chapter 4 also? You sure? Why? Because of the principle that we just mentioned. By default, حذر يعني فعل comes with يفعل. واضح؟ طيب وصل. What about وصل? What about wasala? Two? Why? Why chapter 2? What made you say chapter 2? The fa is a wow. So what if the fa is a wow? So what if it is mithal? The student of knowledge, he has to be accurate and precise when he gives the answer. So for example, we have some answers that says the waw is harfu illa, the fa is harfu illa. Yeah, so what if it's harfu illa? What does that have to do with chapter 2? It's mithal. What does that have to do with chapter 2? Relate this to chapter 2. How would you say it? There we go. That's better. In short, you can say chapter 2 is a principle to every verb. Chapter 2 is a principle to every verb which has the fa as a waw. أليس كذلك? Provided that the ain someone said provided that the ain is not a throat letter. Is that right? What's correct then? Lam is not a throat letter? Are we sure now? طيب. جيد. How do we say the mudari' of wasala? Yasilu. What do we do basically? In the mudari' of wasala, yani in the likes of wasala, what do we do? Aywa, we drop the waw. Bismillah. We turn the waw to a ya? No, barakallahu fiki. There's no turning here. We only drop the waw because the waw will end up being between its two different enemies. أليس كذلك؟ طيب, what happens if it's a ya? And it's on this chapter, for example. What happens if the fa is a ya and it's of this chapter? It stays. Very good. طيب. يبس الزرع. يبس الزرع. يبس is of which chapter? Is that a question? It's supposed to be an answer because I gave the question. Aywa, 4 and 5? Why? How can it be 4 and 5? Bismillah. It's not 4, so it's 5? Ahsanti, because this is one of the 13 verbs One of the 13 verbs, are you sure? A 100%. وأنت مصيبة. يعني, and you are correct. This is one of the 33 verbs which can come on both, yani which are heard on both chapters, both ways. Yani you can say yabisa, yay basu, and you can also say, yeah, but I'm giving it to you now. No. And you can say also yabisa, yaybisu. You can say it both ways. So this is one of the 33 verbs that are exceptional. واضح? طيب. طال. طال is of which chapter? Yalla, let's give the other students a chance to answer, instead of those students who are always answering. MashaAllah. May Allah preserve all. Chapter 1. Chapter 1. How did you know that it's chapter 1? Ahsanti. Because it's the ta and the waw and the lam. So what if it's the ta and the waw and the lam? Is that how to say it? No, waw gets changed to an alif that has nothing to do with it being on a certain chapter. But how are we supposed to say it? We say chapter 1 is a principle to every verb which has the ain as a waw. That's how we're supposed to say it. واضح? We say chapter 1 is a principle to every verb which has the ain as a waw. Okay? So طال يطول. That's right. طيب تم. تم, I'll tell you now that تم, no, I'm afraid you were hasty this time. تم is intransitive. So it belongs to which chapter? No. We say أتمه. We don't say تمه. Chapter 2. Why? Don't give me such an answer saying it's مضاعف. That's not a sufficient answer. That is not a sufficient answer. That's half an answer. No, we don't say it's a principle to chapter 2. But we say chapter 2 is a principle to it. Chapter 2 is a principle to every verb which is muda'af and lazim. Very good. تم يتم. تم يتم. طيب سمع. What about سمع? Which chapter does that belong to? Chapter 2? Chapter 4. Why? By default, the ain gets a fatha. There we go. All right. Now, you want to include the verb, the meaning what? Making. So, فرح الله, what does it mean? Allah was happy. Instead of was happy, you want to say Allah made happy. So how do you do that? You say فرح الله, and that's it. You have to mention a maf'ul. Yani who did Allah make happy? Yes, exactly. We need an object. أحسنتي. فرح الله المؤمنين. أو فرح الله المؤمن. Yani Allah made the believer happy. واضح؟ طيب. حذر المؤمن. حذر المؤمن. Now, حذر المؤمن means the believer was cautious. Okay? So, now you want to say that the believer made someone cautious, as in warned. How do you say it? حذر المؤمن من what? من الشر. What does it mean حذر المؤمن من الشر? That means the believer warned against what? Evil, yes. No, not whisper, evil. There's no word which implies whisper here. No. طيب. Now, وصل القطار means the train arrived. But instead, you want to say that the train dropped someone somewhere. That means he made him arrive somewhere. or it made him arrive somewhere. So how do you say that? Huh? وصل. وصل القطار خالدا. وصل القطار خالدا. يعني the train dropped Khalid in the sense of making him reach somewhere. طيب, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said وَلَقَدْ وَصَّلْنَا لَهُمُ الْقَوْلِ in Surah Al-Qasas. And as for the one before, which is حذر, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said وَيُحَذِّرُكُمُ اللَّهُ نَفْسَهُ, as in Surah Al-Imran. طيب, يَبِسَ الزَّرْعُ means the plant turned dry. But if you want to say that, first of all, yes, they will give reference, inshallah. There are two admins appointed to give reference, inshallah. طيب, does it make sense that you say the plant made dry? Made something dry? So what are you supposed to do here? That you make the plant here the object, not the subject. Got it? And you make the plant the receiver, not the doer. So you say, for example, no, yes, that means someone made the plant dry. Someone dried the plant, as in he put it under the sun or something. Okay? So you say, for example, يَبَّسَ خَالِدٌ الزَّرْعَ. يَبَّسَ خالد الزرع. Okay? جيد, you can say that as well. No problem. يلا, يبس الشمس. But here we have to add the ta. يبست الشمس. Why? Yes, الشمس is feminine. Okay. طيب. طال الصبر. If we want, يعني, is it, can it make sense that we say the patience made long? Made something long? So we want to say that someone made the patience long. So how do we say it in the first place? طول. Yes. Yes, يبست. طول. طول. وعليكم السلام. طول what? What can we say? طول ها طول المسلم الصبر. طول المسلم الصبر. أليس كذلك؟ يعني the Muslim made the patience long, as in he endured with patience. يعني he elongated the patience. واضح؟ Discontentment made the patience long. طيب جيد. But that will be complicated because we'll have يعني this is يعني we're trying to give you easy words يعني إن شاء الله. طيب تم الكتاب. تم الكتاب. Now تم الكتاب means the book was accomplished or was completed. Can we say the book completed something? Huh? Yeah, so someone completed a book. So how do we say it? First of all, how do we say the verb? تمم. تمم العالم الكتاب. What does that mean? The scholar completed the book. نعم أحسنتم. أحسنتم. طيب سمع خالد. What does it mean? Khalid heard. We want to say that Khalid made someone hear. So we say سمع خالد صديقه. سمع خالد صديقه. Okay, سمع, is it لازم or متعد? Is it transitive or intransitive? متعد, right? Because you say سمع خالد الدرس. أليس كذلك؟ As Allah said, قد سمع الله قوله. Right? Now, if you يعني include the meaning of making to such a verb which is transitive, what happens? Yes, it creates another object besides the first. And you have two objects, two receivers. Because now you say Khalid made his friend hear, right? طيب, he made his friend hear what? Got it? You got the point? So we say سمع خالد صديقه آية. يعني Khalid made his friend listen to a verse. واضح؟ نعم. طيب بارك الله فيكم. That is my capacity for today. Any questions before we end the class? نعم. Yes, it's a second object. No. Both صديقه and ayah are both objects. Because both are made heard. Third sentence of which one? وصل القطار خالدا. The train dropped Khalid. The women cut their hands. Do you mind if we postpone it to another day? The results of the homework? I hope you don't mind. How do we know which meaning will be carried by the verbs? You choose. You are the one who's going to build the meaning, and you're going to fashion the verbs according to the meaning you want. Any other question? Made the ordeal long? What do you mean ordeal, barakallahu feekum? How do we know which meaning will be? I answered that, barakallahu feekum. I said that you choose the meaning. You fashion the verb according to the meanings you want. I don't think I'll have the power to do that, Brother Muhammad. But yes, say it please. But if someone else has fashioned a verb, how can he know what he has intended? From the context. The struggle made the patience long? Yes, you can say that. Yani we will know from the context. The person will know, he knows what he meant, but we will know from the context. I mean when we are reading something, when we are, no. Ameen. What is kana to? Kunna. Kunna. نعم. تفعلنا. نعم. تكن. نعم. صح. فعلنا is كنا. واضح؟ We didn't add the meme. We doubled. Yes, we doubled the meme, barakallahu feek, because this is fa'ala. Fa'ala, you double the ain, and the ain here is a meme. There are two memes here in tamma. So when we double one of the memes, it will be three memes. وإياكم. نعم. No more questions? طيب, then we'll end the class here inshallah ta'ala. وبارك الله فيكم وجزاكم خيرا for your patience. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين.